if they didn't give you a verbal commit, if they're like, they're just not sure, and you set a next step, I'll call you Tuesday, right? You're not calling them on Tuesday and saying, hey, Karen, just following up, just checking in. Just really appreciated our meeting last week. We're skillful, guys. We're moving the deal forward, okay? We're no longer calling to check in. We're not following up. We're not calling to see how their day's going. Hey, Karen, as promised, calling to see if it makes sense for me to be the exclusive recruiter on those 3 candidates, right? How do we make that more powerful? Hey, Karen, it's Matt Easton with Easton Recruiting. As promised, calling to see if it makes sense to have me be the exclusive recruiting on that next 3 hires so you can avoid the disaster you had with that last batch causing you to delay your product rollout and incur $76,000 in additional outside resources to redo the work that those supposed qualified candidates were supposed to do, okay? If you didn't set a next step, which you should be NSO, just remove the as promised, okay? Calling to see if it makes sense to blank. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when you have the as promised on that, your credibility goes through the frickin' roof, okay? You don't have to make a gajillion calls every day. Just make the calls you said you were gonna make when you said you were gonna make them, and your sales will go through the roof. But if you didn't set it, get in the habit of NSO, calling to see if it makes sense to blank, okay? More powerful, calling to see if it makes sense to blank so you can. Calling to see if it makes sense for us to take over your medical billing so you guys can have one less thing to worry about in the office, putting yourself in that position to grow the practice, thus opening that second location in Aspen, Colorado, giving you that ability to go skiing every blankety blank or blobbity blah, okay? If they said they were gonna do something, sign agreement, upload some documents, whatever it was, and they haven't, because people, I don't wanna say they lie to us, but all the time we work in sales, guys. The credit score of the people that we work with is like a 400, because all the time people tell you they're gonna do something and they don't do it. Upload the documents, sign the contract, right? Go through the legal T's and C's, red line, okay? Don't call them to check in and follow up. And gosh darn it, guys, stop it, knock it off. Don't call them to see if they had any questions. Because a lazy ass, if you ask a lazy ass, do you have any questions? They're gonna make some questions up because they don't wanna simultaneously be both lazy and unprofessional. So your thing, calling to see if you had any questions, is just a door for them to get out of the laziness. We're not gonna call to see if they have questions. If they have questions, they'll ask them. So we're just gonna say, hey, I wanted to make sure you had the contract to sign. I wanted to make sure you had the portal to upload the documents, whatever mechanically they needed to do. And you're like, I know they have the contract. I sent it to them as promised last week. I don't care. You take the hit on that. You're not calling to see if you don't remember if you sent the contract. You're not saying anything of the sort. You're just saying, hey, Dave, wanted to make sure you had the link to get your team access to the sales coaching. I'm gonna re-email it to you right now. I'm on my mobile, 720-660-3202 is very different than, hey, Dave, Matt Easton with Easton University, hadn't heard from you, just wanted to check in, follow up. Didn't see that contract come through. Wanted to see if you had any questions, right? Dave's gonna be like, yeah, I do, right? He wouldn't say it like that, but I'm opening the door, right? I wanted to make sure you had the blank so you can hit your top line revenue goals ahead of schedule and under budget, right? Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood the close and then understood how to follow up from that close. If they didn't say they were gonna do it, if it was just the next step, as promised, calling to seat, you're gonna go right back into your close. And if they did say they were gonna do something, but they didn't do it, they did say they were gonna get you in front of the board, but they didn't make a time on the calendar, hey, calling to see, make sure you had the calendar link so we can get the board meeting locked down, right? Whatever it is, focus on the mechanics, not on questions. If you like this video, I got you. I'm gonna hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm gonna give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm gonna pay for everything. You're gonna close a lot more business. You're gonna make a lot more money. You're gonna have a lot more fun, and you're gonna be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm gonna be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're gonna say, yes, we did. And then you and I are gonna be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends, and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost.
See you there.